Hello and welcome to video A05 and this series about autodidactic learning objects. The A series focus on technical details, and this video, A5, will discuss how to use dynamic text to show off various results. My name is Jonas Hall and I'm also known as the Mad Mathematician. Right, so let's say that we actually want to show something in GeoGebra like the sum of the interior angles in a triangle always equal 180 degrees. I've already created the triangle here. I have made sure that the labels are shown for the sides, and I've measured the angles, so all of this is done already. What I want to do now is show off, and it's show off that the sum of these angles are 180. Now I could obviously type something like that by clicking text, saying the sum of the angles as always 180 degrees. Now how do you get a degree sign? Well, there's some symbols down here, so you can look for the degree sign there. Right, and you get the text. My texts have a white background. That's because I've set the default that way. You can make sure that this always happens, but otherwise you can just right click it, go into properties, go into color and select the background color to be whatever color you want. I've selected white. You can also go into the properties, select text, and you get the same controls there, but you can also select the size now to make it slightly bigger. However, this is not what I call dynamic. Okay, so what should I do? Well, let's create a new text. Let's just say sum equals, and really before I do this I should create the sum I want to use. So let's first go into the input field and create a variable called maybe sum of angles. Now I know this is going to be 180 degrees, so this is a little silly really, but just for show. And it should be alpha plus beta plus gamma. Okay, and I hit enter and obviously they're 180 degrees. With that in hand, I can now go in here and select object. So I select the object alpha, and you see alpha within a little box up here, but down here in the preview you actually see what it's going to look like. So space plus a space, beta and gamma. And you want to go equals to, and this is where it comes in, this is where the sum comes in. So sum of angles, so I pick sum of angles there. Okay, and let's right click, go into properties and select the size. You can make it bold, but that's for the entire text. Right, so if you want only part of it bold, then you've actually got to make several text boxes next to each other. This is dynamic. Okay, so let's just repeat that a little bit by making a new one, a new text for the sum of the sides, the perimeter. That is obviously A plus B plus C equals to, I forgot to sum it. Well, there's no need to go out and sum it actually. Let's just select A again. You notice the boxes here. Well, click inside the box and you can actually perform calculations inside the box. Currently, A plus is not something that GeoGebra recognizes, so it produces no preview. But once I've finished, it actually sums A plus B plus C in the box like that. So I don't actually have to produce a variable for the sum if I don't want to. And let's make this large, or at least medium sized, and not bold. So that's how dynamic text works. If I want the area, that's the area of the polygon, that's the actual number shown here. This is already calculated. All I have to do is drag it from the algebra window out into the graphics view, and it will produce a text that will say exactly that. In order to change the text in front of the value, you actually have to change the name of the object. So give a new name for polygon 1 and say that it's now called area. Okay. Once you change the name of an object, the label will show up. So you may want to not show that again. You may have noticed that in the dialogue, in the text dialogue, there was another option here. Symbols are obviously things like middle dots for multiplication, approximately equal to, and stuff like that. Objects are all the objects you can use that are dynamic. What's a lattice formula? Well, if we click it and then go down into the list, we get all these complicated things like roots or sums or integrals. So if you want to do an integral, it actually inserts a lattice formula. And this is shown like this, and you can now change, for instance, from 1 to, let's go and find a symbol for pi, and then within that brace we type sine x, well, maybe sine x like that. And you can get high quality output that way. So this is how you use text boxes.